Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Avella High School. Jesse Saunders here with Cam Jeffers. Want to welcome you to this broadcast of the Avella-Eagles taking on the Serra basketball team from McKeesport. Should be a Serra Eagles as well. Should be a fun matchup tonight. This is Hickory Telephone Cable putting this on, powered by Aurora Cable. The Eagles come in at 2-3 overall and 1-0 in the section. Had a couple nice victories. Recently started off the season as an 0-3 and have won their last two games. They started off 0-2, won 2 games, and then lost a game. So they were defeated by Carmichael's and Jeff Morgan. Then came back and won against Fraser and Mapletown, and most recently had a loss against Monessen. For the Eagles, Haley Rush has had a couple games over 20 points recently. She was recently named the Observer Reporters Athlete of the Week, a special honor for senior Haley Rush. Kenzie Miller, another big scorer for the Eagles, a sophomore. So looking for a solid showing for the Eagles tonight. Alyssa McCullough, another senior athlete for the Eagles. Maddie Rush is a junior. And we also have a couple girls we'll be talking about. Dakota McCullough, excuse me. Alyssa is her sister who I have in my 8th grade class. Dakota is senior this year. Is going to be providing a lot of rebounding and defense for the Eagles. So excited about what is going to be presented tonight. I'm going to turn it over to Cam. Tell us a little bit about this Serra Eagles team.
Yeah, the Serra Catholic Eagles started the season a little rough, going 0-2 in their first 2 games. However, they have rebounded and won their next 3 with victories over St. Joseph's, Clareton, and Bishop Canavan. So far, this team has 2 seniors, Abby Jeans and Nikki Spanos, who their coach claims are 2 of the most important players on their team, along with sophomore Bella Dombrowski, who has been a big part of the team this year.
Yeah, Bella Dombrowski, point guard, sophomore, as Cam mentioned, recently scored 29 points in a game. Big part of what they do. She's the tallest player on the team at 5'9". But she is already attracting some college interest. She's going to be fun to watch tonight. Another player I want to point out, Abby Jennis, as you mentioned, senior. She's been a big part of this program now. This is her 4th year and will be a big scorer potentially tonight for the Eagles and something that we're going to have to keep an eye on because this team, while they only have 6 dressed tonight, is still a very, very solid team coming in 2nd place in Class A Section 2. This is a section game for the Eagles. The Eagles are 1-1 in the section. The Serra Eagles are 2-0, so this is a big game early on in the season. So, Cam, maybe you could tell us a little bit more about what Coach Mike Voigt had to say about the Serra Eagles.
Yeah, so the Serra Eagles, when preparing for this game, they noted that for the Avella Eagles, one of the most important things was their size. So that's something the Serra Eagles have been trying to game plan on, is to deal with Avella's, some of the height that they have. In the section, Serra Eagles are up against Geibel and West Green, among some other teams, but they think that's their best competition, and they're hoping to compete for a section title this year.
Yes, and for the Eagles, Charles Sargent, his 2nd year coaching. The Eagles are with Kenzie Miller, like I mentioned, who has come on strong this year and provided some secondary scoring along with the Rush sisters. So looking forward to tonight. We're going to take a little break here for the national anthem. We'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go. Serra Catholic, coached by Mike Voigt in his third season with the Eagles. Also want to mention our referees tonight, Jim Bowen, Chaz Atkins, and Nate Krobuth. So Serra comes in tonight dressing 6 players. Those 6 players are Bella Dombrowski, Maria Antonio Delgado, Lexi Pierce, Mia Brush, Abby Jenis, and Kylie Fettis. The Eagles going to be dressing, looks like 7 tonight. Jaylyn Papa, Aubrey Debnar, Kenzie Miller, Haley Rush, Dakota McCullough, Madison Rush, and Abby Boggs.
And now let's bring out your Lady Eagles under head coach Sean Sargent, assisted by Dana Hammond, and Brianna Lloyd. She's a sophomore, wears number 5, Aubrey Debnar. A junior, wears number 15, Dakota McCullough. Wearing number 11, sophomore, Kenzie Miller. A sophomore, wearing number 32, Madison Rush. And a senior, wearing number 14, Haley Rush. Ladies and gentlemen, your Lady Eagles. Your officials tonight, Mr. Jim Bowen, Mr. Chaz Atkins, and Nate Krobuth.
So there you heard, the Lady Eagles starting 5 has been introduced. Again, have 7 total playing tonight. Emma Day and Leah Rush are injured at this time, so they will just be cheering the team on. But this is a Lady Eagles team that has done some good things so far. As mentioned by Cam, they did have 2 recent victories, beating Fraser 56-48, also beating Mapletown 44-21. Serra's most recent game against Bishop Cannon was a big victory for them. They won that game 70-38. Looks like Dakota McCullough going to jump it up. She's going to be against Abby Jenis. And the Eagles get possession. Maddie Rush with the ball, looking down court. She's going to find her sister Haley on the wing. Haley going to attack the basket. Nice pass inside to Dakota McCullough. A little short on the layup and own rebound and misses again. And good work by the Eagles there. We're hustling underneath. Nice job. Maddie Rush collecting that board to McCullough for 2. Had a chance to watch Dakota McCullough this summer in a summer league game at the Bronson House, and she blocked about 4 shots in a 2-minute span, so that's something Sarah's going to have to keep an eye on. Dombrowski to the wing to Pierce. Pierce going to take that shot. A little deep. Nice rebound inside. That was Mia Brush with the rebound. Jenis going to kick the ball down. A little hook shot inside, and that is not going to go from number 23, Mia Brush. Here come the Eagles bringing the ball down to court. Maddie Rush looking down. She's going to find Kenzie Miller. She's taking it strong, and ball stripped down. We got a little tie-up. It's going to be a jump ball for the Eagles.
Yeah, Dakota McCullough is one of those players that the Serra Catholic Eagles were definitely worried about with height and being something they wanted to game plan around.
Yeah, height's one of those things you can't teach, and Dakota McCullough has a lot of it, and it's going to be interesting to see how she utilizes that in this game. Dombrowski at the point, surveying the scene. She's going to find Pierce, look over into the corner. 3-point attempt from Mia Brush is good. It's going to give the Serra Catholic Eagles a 3-2 lead here early in the first quarter. Haley Rush taking on the role of point guard. Nice little move there to create some space. Finds her sister Maddie on the wing. Maddie Rush is sophomore. Haley going to fire from 3. A little deep, but there's Debnar with the rebound. That ball is going to stay with the Eagles. Eagles doing a nice job on the glass here early in the game. Rush checking the scene out. She's going to look inside to McCullough, straight up. A little deep, but she rips down the board. Again, another rebound, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, definitely an impressive effort from the Eagles there to keep getting rebounds down in their own end of the court.
Yeah, and that's Abby Jenis going to pick up that foul. So McCullough presenting some problems here for this Serra Catholic Eagles team early. A little deep on the first free throw. It's tough when you have a player with that kind of length. You got to get them. You got to get your butt into them, get them out of there. So it's going to be a challenge for Serra all night long. McCullough a little long on the second as well. Nice rebound there from Kylie Fettis. Dabrowski, going to be a block called on Aubrey Debnar as Dabrowski tries to drive. Janice again in the corner. She's going to find Pierce. Another three-point attempt. I'll tell you what, Mia Brush is lighting it up early for the Serra Catholic Eagles. The Eagles of Avella are going to have to pay attention to that shot on the wing. Kenzie Miller, three-point line, is going to find Maddie Rush. Down low to McCullough. Another strong take and a little too strong. Kind of a wild pass. Eagles steal it. Again, another steal from the Eagles. Haley Rush with the ball. Going to look outside for Kenzie Miller. Kenzie kicks out to Maddie Rush. Three-point attempt. A little strong, but there's Haley Rush on the rebound. Maddie Rush with the rebound. Eagles just absolutely dominate on the board. Just a matter of making those layups at this point. There's Dombrowski in the corner. She's going to go strong. Get called for a charge. Nice job, Haley Rush, getting in position there to take that charge.
Yeah, so far the Eagles have definitely been dominating the board, the Eagles of Avella, that is. As the game goes on, I'm sure some of those layups are going to start going in.
Yeah, that can wear on a team if you're continuing to have to play defense over and over again. It can be frustrating. So Haley Rush, who plans to attend college next year, doesn't think she's going to play sports, but has some interest in potentially maybe becoming a lawyer or an ultrasound technician. So there's a couple things for you. Another charge on Dabrowski.
Yeah, both of those charges taken by Haley Rush, which is a great effort. You'd love to see that from the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a tough call there on Dabrowski. I thought she did a nice job of kind of doing the Euro step, and they're going to call it tight. She's going to have to be careful tonight. Maddie Rush brings the ball up. She's going to find her sister Haley, and Haley loses the ball. Nice job getting on the floor for Serra. It's going to stay with the Eagles, the Avella Eagles. Interesting out-of-bounds play they're running here all the way at the three-point line.
Yeah, I don't usually see ones like this. Usually you want people up real close to the net.
5 seconds. Nice job there from Serra defending. Not allowing the inbounds pass to get in on time, so Serra will bring the ball up. Lexi Pierce going to bring the ball across the half-court line. She's going to find Fettis. Fettis to the corner. There's Brush again. First miss of the game. Nice rebound, Maddie Rush. Great job looking down court. Kenzie Miller going to pull up from three. A little strong, but there's Haley Rush again. Nice block there from Bella Dombrowski. She's going to bring the ball down the court. Nice attempt there, but kind of held up a little bit, maybe fearing that charge. Kind of a wild pass from McCullough. Going to see Pierce Dombrowski for three. Now the Serra Eagles doing a good job on the offensive boards. Brush finds Dombrowski again. Oh, the call for a travel. He shifted the feet just ever so slightly before driving. Another steal from Dombrowski. This time she's going to be the one getting fouled.
Yeah, the Serra Catholic Eagles started to press the Avella Eagles a little bit there, and that's what resulted in the turnover.
Yeah, and the Eagles doing a good job on the glass. Just need to get a little touch on the shot and a few wild passes trying to break that press. So Bella Dombrowski played for the Select 40 AAU bracket for the Slam program this summer, and one of the things Coach Mike said was that she's really developed. She kind of did it all on, really a lot of it just on talent last year, but she's really worked incredibly hard this offseason. And it's Lexi Pierce missing the three, and another steal here.
Yeah, Yeah, so far I've noticed both of these teams have been getting a lot of rebounds in their own offensive zone, and even when one of them will turn it over, a lot of times they have trouble getting up and down the court after that. From both teams, there's been a lot of time spent in their own zone.
Yeah, it's been kind of a rough go at both ends for each team here. Janice misses the first free throw. He's going to make the second one. So there's Rush. So Rush taking that coast to coast, going to be a foul. That was on Janice.
And that will already be the fourth foul for the Serra Catholic Eagles with 3.5 minutes left in this quarter.
Just as a reminder for the viewing audience, once you get to 5 fouls in each quarter, it's an automatic 2 shots. That resets every quarter. So Eagles, if they have able to cause Serra to have one more foul, will be shooting 2 the rest of the quarter. Rush misses the first. Strong on the second as well. Nice rebound there from Fettis.
Yeah, she got in just before she
find
stepped
Dombrowski
out.
looking for Pierce in the corner. It's going to be strong on that 3, but Janice with the rebound is going to find Dombrowski. Little runner, little short. Kenzie Miller rips down the board. Miller got a little something going here if she goes strong. Nice take from Kenzie Miller.
Another foul there. That'll be Serra Catholic's 5th. And from now on, any fouls from them for the rest of the quarter will send the Avella Eagles up to the line. It's actually a bit of a newer rule that's only been around a few years. It used to be 10 fouls in a half would send you to the line. 7, actually.
So that one was on Pierce. You know, one of the things, my daughters have both played basketball. My older daughter still plays, and one of the things that's challenging sometimes is, you know, some refs they call it differently. Some call it tighter, some call it not quite as tight. So it's an adjustment sometimes during the game. So Miller's going to miss 2 there. Eagles had their chances early, but haven't quite been able to put the ball in the hoop at this point. That was Dombrowski for 2. So Haley Rush, a little bit of trouble there out on the wing. The ball is going to get stolen. So Janice looking for Pierce. Easy 2, Lexi Pierce. Well, the Eagles done some good things so far. They got to get some shots to fall here, and I like the rebounding so far. What are your thoughts, Cam?
Yeah, the shots are going to start falling. Up until recently, Avella hadn't let up any points down by the board. It was really just those 2 threes from Maya Brush. So for a while they were doing very good with that. And on their own end, those shots are going to start falling. They just need to keep shooting them up because they have been controlling the board. They've taken a few threes. They haven't gone in, but I'm sure some of those are going to start to fall too. It's not that they haven't had opportunities.
Yeah, and it's the law of averages. I mean, if you keep getting rebounds and keep shooting, eventually the ball is going to go in. So the Eagles just need to keep doing what they're doing, settle down a little bit on the press, run their press break, and let's get a couple layups here.
Yeah, not just that, but eventually you're going to start to get hot, and the shots are really going to start feeling like they're going in more often than not.
Kenzie Miller. A little bit of pressure from Lexi Pierce, but Maddie finds Haley. She's going to go strong to the hoop. Nice take, Haley Rush for 2. Here comes Dombrowski the other way. Kicks it out. Fettis, ball's no good. Nice rebound there. Hustle play, but the ball back to Serra Catholic. Oh, in and out for Janice.
It was a good effort by Haley Rush, making sure that ball didn't go out of bounds, and it eventually ended up good for the Avella Eagles.
Abby Boggs going to check in for the Eagles. Aubrey Debnar going to sit down. Haley Rush is a vastly improved player just from what I've seen. I saw her play in the summer, but it was only one game. But, I mean, just from this last year to this year, very impressed with her development. Again, a strong take from Rush.
Yeah, the Avella Eagles graduated Ava Frank, who is their leading scorer, and Haley's definitely taken over a team captain sort of role.
Yeah, Ava Frank, 1,000-point scorer for the Eagles in her career. And nice take from Dabrowski. The shot just won't go.
Serra Catholic feeling what Avella felt a little bit in the first half of this quarter, where the shots just sometimes aren't going in.
Yeah, it seems like they switched the lid to the under end of the court there. It's a lid on the hoop. All right, we got another timeout there. We're going to take a quick break, give you a chance to check out some of our sponsors. We'll be back very shortly. The Alex E. Paris Contracting Company, Incorporated, has had a wealth of success that began in 1928 in areas ranging from road construction to coal mining to underground utilities, industrial services, and heavy construction. And in today's ever-expanding energy services industry, the company provides site development, foundations, buildings, undergrounds, process piping, installation, and construction management. The future is bright for the company under the guidance of Alex E. Paris, CEO, and Timothy A. Paris, Vice President of Operations. One constant during the operation of the Alex E. Paris Contracting Corporation has been the company's commitment to hiring a professional, dedicated workforce. With today's continually evolving construction and energy climate, the company is dedicated. Serra gonna take the ball out under the hoop. Trying to see what kind of defense the Avella Eagles are playing here. Nice job from Dakota McCullough using that length to knock that ball out of bounds. Fettis again going to take it out underneath the hoop. Janice with ball in the corner finds Dombrowski. He's going to kind of reset things. Looking to the corners, Brush again. A little strong on the three. Good hustle for the rebound. Brush back to Dombrowski, kicks it all the way over. Strong take. That was Brush.
Yeah, after making her first 2 threes of the game, the next couple haven't quite fallen for Brush, but I'm sure she's a very good shooter, as evidenced by the first 2, which she did make.
So right back where we started here with Fettis taking the ball out. She's going to look deep for Lexi Pierce. Pierce going to find Brush back to Dombrowski. She's going to fire from 3. Nice looking shot. 3-pointer for Bella Dombrowski, gives her 5 so far in this first quarter.
Yeah, her coach pointed her out as one of the most improved players coming into this season. We're definitely seeing that tonight.
Yeah, both Bella Dombrowski and, nice steal from Dombrowski right there. 2-on-1, he's going to find Fettis. Nice job getting under control, making that left-hand layup. Press. Miller looking back for Maddie Rush. A little step through and a foul. Kylie Fettis going to pick up a foul.
Good job by Maddie Rush being able to get that foul called on her. Not letting the press defense of Serra Catholic stop her.
Yeah, nice step through. So they're going to shoot 2 right now. A little strong on the first one. Strong on the second one. There's McCullough. Right through her hands. Fettis pulls down a rebound. Ball to Janice. She's looking for Brush. Brush, nice little step through. She's going to get fouled by Kenzie Miller.
Number 11, Kenzie Miller.
It'll be the 4th foul for the Avella Eagles this quarter, who really haven't had a foul in a little while.
A little strong there from Brush on the first free throw. Second one's good.
1 for 2 for Brush.
7 points now for Mia Brush.
Clearly a very good shooter from what we've been able to see so far.
Nice pass there from Maddie Rush to Haley Rush. Strong take, but ball is going to be a little short on the layup attempt, and it's going to go out of bounds to the Serra Catholic Eagles. So started to say before, both of my daughters, my older daughter played with Bella in AAU for a year and 2 years actually, and then my younger daughter played with Lexi Pierce. Both very strong players. One of the things Coach Voigt mentioned about Lexi is she's really provided a lot of energy for the team. Fast break for the Eagles. Here comes Haley Rush again. That's going to be 3 on Bella Dombrowski.
Yeah, and that whole play couldn't have happened if not for a very good rebound in the paint by Abby Boggs for the Avella Eagles.
Yeah, Abby Boggs, another very improved player from the time she started as a freshman. Just really gives them a lot on the boards and just a solid presence underneath. Eagles having a tough time at the line tonight. Second one no good. Dombrowski with the ball. Nice little pass to Lexi Pierce. At the buzzer, it's good. So that's going to make your end of first quarter score 19-6. Eagles just not quite getting the ball to go down. Cam, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Yeah, as much as you would have liked to see the Eagles capitalize a little more on their foul shots, I think that is another one where the more you shoot, some are going to start to go in. And also, there's another upside to getting a lot of fouls, which is the other players can foul out. So even if the foul shots aren't going in, that could be something to monitor through the rest of the game as they still continue to foul.
Yeah, it could be interesting if Dombrowski fouls out. Lexi Pierce can run some of the point. They do have some pretty strong ball handlers. But the Eagles doing a real nice job on the glass early on, and game still well within reach.
Yeah, and actually with only 6 players, the Serra Catholic Eagles would definitely want to be aware of fouling out. That's something they should be nervous of because they don't have the depth to replace them.
Yeah, so in the first quarter, Bella Dombrowski with 5 points, Lexi Pierce 4, Mia Brush 7, Abby Jennis with 1 on a free throw, and Kylie Fettis with 2. For the Eagles, Haley Rush with 4 points and Dakota McCullough with 2. So Serra Catholic in McKeesport. It took them about an hour and 40 minutes to get here today. So luckily for the girls, they should be pretty wiped out after pretty much playing the Ironman ball tonight and should be able to maybe rest a little on the way home.
Yeah, I remember in sports I've had to play some teams that are very far away, including one almost 2 hours away. And those bus rides, by the time you were heading home, you just wanted them to be over.
Yeah, it can be a long night. Fortunately for the Lady Eagles, it's going to be a short drive home tonight, but see if we can't make a little noise here in the second quarter. Ball into Maddie Rush, back to Haley. Over and back.
Yeah, she needed another about half a second to get across the line there. It was very close.
So the Eagles look like they're in a 2-3 zone here. Janice going to find Pierce in the corner, looking for Dombrowski. She's going to drive, step through, finds Fettis. Nice little touch on the layup there.
Yeah, I think playing in a 2-3 allows the Eagles to be in good position for a lot of layups, for a lot of rebounds, which is definitely one of their strengths.
Well, that's going to be a travel. Strong take from Rush, but she took a few steps there before putting the ball on the floor. Another turnover for the Eagles. So Dombrowski going to bring the ball up the floor. Going to find Janice on the wing. Eagles still in that 2-3, and Pierce nearly loses it. She's going to find Brush inside. Back out to Dombrowski. She's going to do a little runner, and nice touch on that shot.
We've seen Serra Catholic make a few of those floater shots from not really layups, but still definitely close to the paint.
Maddie Rush all the way. A little strong on the layup. Dombrowski with the ball again. They're going to be a two or 3-on-1 break.
Well, it was.
No, go ahead. I'd say no foul there. It looks like maybe just, or is it a foul? No, it is a foul. I'm going to call a block on Haley Rush.
I will say credit to Haley Rush because it was a 2-on-1, but she was able to get in there and still play defense, even though she was originally behind the play.
Yeah, you will never accuse Haley Rush of not hustling. So they're going to say that was not a shooting foul. Fed is going to take the ball out. Eagles still in that 2-3 zone. It looks like Rush maybe stepping out a little bit. Bettis on the wing. Nice board from Abby Boggs. She kicks it to McCullough to Maddie Rush. Pierce going to get called for a reach. It's always a fine line between going for the steal and fouling in the backcourt. Boggs stepped forth and dangerous pass there at half court, and Dabrowski going to get the steal. Foul on Kenzie Miller and one.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some trouble with the press and inbounds for the Avella Eagles, but just something they can work on as the game goes on.
Yeah, and that's a big part of the game. I mean, everybody, of course, wants to rebound and shoot, but the middle part of the court, getting the ball down the court, can be challenging. Dabrowski misses the free throw, gets her own rebound. A little short on the layup. She's going to find Fettis for two.
That's inside the 35. That's Kylie Fettis.
So there's Rush again. Nice hustle from Dabrowski. Maddie Rush again, but the ball swiped out of her hands. Lexi Pierce on the fast break. Strong take, and Dakota McCullough going to get called for that foul.
Bit of an interesting sequence down there. It looked like the ball shot off of someone's foot almost because it took a real weird bounce across the court.
Yeah, and the Eagles have had some success with that pass to half court, but just have not been able to finish even with the advantage on the break. Pierce going to miss the first one. Misses them both. Serra going to get the rebound. It's going to be Jennings for two. Another turnover for the Eagles. Fettis in the corner. She's going to get called for a travel. Must be something about that corner over there that causes the girls to step before they dribble. It's a couple in the corner have been called. Eagles, a little bit of difficulty getting the ball in on that out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, but in the end, it did go their way. They get to try again with the inbounds.
Nice pass into Maddie Rush. She's going to go strong here. Right idea, just couldn't get it to go. Red's going to call a timeout. Coach Foyt calling the timeout there. Team's going to talk it over here briefly. We're going to go and take a quick break, and we'll be back. A little 30-second timeout. Back to live action, 5 minutes, 36 seconds in the second quarter remaining. Serra Catholic with a 29-6 lead. They're going to bring the ball out. Lexi Pierce on the sideline will inbound the ball. There's Dombrowski. He'll look to the wing to Pierce. We'll set a pick from Fettis. Dombrowski with a runner, and that one didn't go, but gets her own rebound. That was Pierce with the rebound and missed shot. Jump ball. That's going to go back to the Serra Catholic Eagles. It's going to be Dombrowski, another little short jumper. Man, she is tough with those little jumpers.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those fall. A lot from her and from some other players, too, on the Serra Catholic team.
Kenzie Miller going to bring it down, looking for Aubrey Debnar in the corner. Kicks it in. Dakota McCullough going to get called for a travel. That was a nice thought there from Debnar, maybe a bounce pass. It was a situation she kind of had her sealed, but it was a good job by the Serra defense recognizing that and getting a hand on it. Pierce on the wing. Pierce going to drive. He's looking to the corner. Long shot there from Janice is no good, and the Eagles come out. Maddie Rush looking in the corner. She's going to find Kenzie Miller. Kenzie taking a dribble and ball back to the Serra Eagles after the turnover.
Yeah, that was a good job by Maddie Rush getting up the court with two Serra defenders on her, finding a way to beat that press.
Yeah. Just a tough breaker, got stuck in the corner. Never want to get stuck in a corner. That's sort of no man's land, and Eagles paid the price. Ball out to Janice. She's going to look inside. She's going to find Brush. Nice job on the left hand. It's going to give Mia Brush 9 points. Here comes Haley Rush. Kick it to Debnar. And there's Kenzie Miller with the rebound. Nice job, 2 points.
Good sequence for the Eagles. That was a good shot decision by Aubrey Debnar, and luckily Kenzie Miller was there to get the rebound.
Yeah, I mean, she was in a good spot, good shot, and worked out for the Eagles. It's Pierce for three. It's going to be way short. Ball's out of bounds. Debnar comes down with the board. She's going to find Kenzie Miller. Kenzie with a strong take, and just a little too strong. Dombrowski comes down with the rebound. Ball up to Brush. She's going to find Dombrowski. Dombrowski going to take a three and bank it in. Those are deflating when they hit them off the bank like that. It was a tough break for the Eagles.
Yeah, but when you're the shooter, you feel really lucky.
It's
like you messed up, but it still worked out.
That was a nice backdoor cut there from Haley Rush, and ball knocked out of her hand, and the Eagles going to take it out of bounds. So warning there for being a little too over the line. That's Maria Antonio Delgado. Looking inside to McCullough. Strong take. There's Rush. Nice pass there from Maddie Rush to Aubrey Debnar for two. Eagles showing some signs of life here in the second quarter. Pierce going to fire from three, and that's going to be long. Maddie Rush going for the rebound and not quite able to pull it in.
Yeah, we saw a bit of a sequence similar to in the first quarter down there where Serra Catholic wasn't really able to get the ball out once they got the rebound, and Avella was able to take it back and score off of it.
Ball's going to go to Janice for three. She's going to be strong. Nice rebound, Maddie Rush. In a world of traffic there, but she's going to take it herself. Delgado providing the defense. Kenzie Miller. Maddie Rush, strong hands there. Nice job taking it all the way. Nice job, Maddie Rush. 2 points and the foul.
It's a great effort by Maddie Rush. It'd be amazing if she could turn this into a three-point play for the Avella Eagles.
Kylie Fettis going to check back in. Nice job there by Dakota McCullough trying to get the rebound, but not able to pull it down. The ball up to Pierce. She's going to find Dombrowski. going to be a foul, I believe, on Haley Rush. Let's see what they call here. That's going to be on Aubrey Debnar. Dabrowski going to shoot 2. Going to miss the first one. Nails the second one.
Serra Catholic not really pressing as much right now.
Yeah, kind of stepping back a little bit. Going to pick it up at half court. There's a rush to Debnar. Looking over in the corner, going to find Haley Rush. A little long on the three-point attempt. Dabrowski comes down with the rebound. She's looking up for Pierce. She's going to get fouled by Haley Rush.
Sometimes as a player, you don't mind when they call off the press because when you press the whole game, now that can get pretty tiring on you. It takes its toll. So.
Yeah, and it's Serra Eagles with a 25-point lead. So Coach Voigt kind of pulled back a little bit, but they did a nice job there to get that rebound and get out and run. Pierce going to make that free throw. One of the things Coach Voigt said was that because they don't have a whole lot of size, they do like to get out and run a lot. So you'll see them, any chance they get the fast break, they're going to take advantage of it. Both shots down for Lexi Pierce.
Serra Catholic actually stepping back into the press.
Good hustle there. Solid hustle there from the Serra Catholic Eagles. Another ball off a foot there on an inbounds pass. So that's going to be a full timeout for Serra. Just want to mention a couple of our sponsors tonight. We got the Tazek Law Office, Cannonsburg, Alex E. Paris Contracting Company, Robert B. Vetterall Financial Advisor, and Welding and Equipment Repair Incorporated. We appreciate all our sponsors tonight being with us. Going to be doing a couple more games this year. Cam, we'll give you the opportunity to come back on if you so desire.
That would be great.
But we're also hopefully going to hear from our graduate Chase Masika, who did a couple football games in the fall. He's willing to come out and help us, and potentially some other students along the way. So we're going to be doing 2 boys games and another girls game in January. Maybe doing some games over this Christmas tournament. We're not quite sure yet. We're still trying to work out the logistics of that. But if we do, it will be fun. But definitely looking forward to seeing the boys play this year. They're off to a good start, 5-1 so far this year. So that'll be fun when we get a chance to broadcast those games. Fed is taking the ball out again. And that ball is out of bounds, right back to the Serra Catholic Eagles. So there's Janice in the corner. She's going to find Lexi Pierce. Strong move, kicks it out. Oh, brush. Smooth stroke from three-point land. It's her third three-pointer of the night. There's Haley Rush. Layup misses. Janice with the rebound finds Bella Dombrowski. She's going to find Fettis for 2 points. 8 points now for Kylie Fettis. So there's Debnar getting the ball about half court. She's going to throw it to Haley Rush, and kind of a wild sequence. Serra coming back with the ball, and Dombrowski going to take a little floater, and that's good. Maddie Rush going to bring the ball up. Serra Catholic defense again going to meet them at half court, looking for Dakota McCullough. Nice job there by Dakota, just taking that and going to the hoop. Make them defend. Dakota again. That's going to be a foul. She's going to get 2 shots. Calls on Mia Brush.
It's a good job taking that contested shot, because a lot of times if you take that shot, they will foul you, and it proved true this time.
Yeah, it looked like McCullough was determined to get that ball in there and take it up, and rewarded with 2 free throws. Sticks the first one. Nice touch on that. 3 points now for Dakota McCullough. Drills them both. So maybe that's our strategy moving forward. Kick it low to McCullough and let her get fouled. First 2 free throws for the Eagles in the half. Bella Dombrowski over to the wing. Janice. She's going to look back for Fettis. Little pull up. Strong rebound, Maddie Rush. McCullough, the outlet. Back to Maddie Rush. She's looking in the middle for Kenzie Miller. Strong take. A little too strong, and that's going to be a rebound from Janice. She's going to find Brush. Nice job there shielding that layup from Dakota McCullough. Comes Haley Rush. Ball stolen there from Janice. She's looking for Pierce. Pierce catches a little bit of a last-second shot, not going to go, and that's going to take us to halftime. Our score 48-14. Cam, you're Coach Sargent. What are you saying in the locker room?
Well, I think the first thing I would address is the press break, because I think it actually improved a lot, even though it didn't directly lead to points. As the game went on, I've seen they've gotten a lot better and more consistent at breaking the press. The thing I would also address would just be finishing your layups, because a lot of times they do have the ball down under. They do have chances to score, and they're just not completing them. And it doesn't always have to be that you're making threes like Serra Catholic. If they're not going in, that happens, but you've got to be able to make the ones up close by the board to stay in this game.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Avella with a lot of high percentage shots, just not making them go down. Also had some trouble with the free throw line. Eagles only making 2 free throws in that first half. Just some stats to take you to the half here. Aubrey Debnar with 2 points, Kenzie Miller 2, Haley Rush with 4, Dakota McCullough with 4, and Maddie Rush with 2 for the Eagles. Taking a look at Serra, Dombrowski has, looks like 17 points in the first half. Pierce with 6 points, Mia Brush with 12 points, 3 points for Janice, and 8 points for Kylie Fettis. So that's going to take us to halftime. We're going to step away for a few moments and let you get a chance to maybe go out and use the restroom and potentially get something to eat or drink. And we will be back with you as we look forward to the second half. The Alex E. Paris Contracting Company, Incorporated, has had a wealth of success that began in 1928 in areas ranging from road construction to coal mining to underground utilities, industrial services, and heavy construction. And in today's ever-expanding energy services industry, the company provides site development, foundations, buildings, undergrounds, process piping, installation, and construction management. The future is bright for the company under the guidance of Alex E. Paris, CEO, and Timothy A. Paris, Vice President of Operations. One constant during the operation of the Alex E. Paris Contracting Corporation has been the company's commitment to hiring a professional, dedicated workforce. With today's continually evolving construction and energy climate, the company is dedicated to providing competitive wages and benefits and on enhancing employee skills through continual training and professional development. And whether working locally, regionally, or nationally, skilled workers are needed in a variety of areas. Join us and help to continue the rich tradition associated with Alex E. Paris Contracting, Incorporated.
Starting period number 3, we'll have the Avella-Girls inbounding. So a quick reminder, we are under a running clock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to live action. Eagles going to be bringing the ball left to right on your screen. Kenzie Miller up at the top. She's going to make a strong move. And just a little strong on the jumper. Janice pulls down the board. Janice going to find Brush. Back to Janice. Fettis. Brush. Eagles of Serra just kind of taking some time to work the ball around. They find Lexi Pierce for a three-pointer. Haley Rush stepping back to the point. She's going to find Kenzie Miller on the wing. Kenzie determined. Ball to Debnar, finds Haley Rush. A little strong on the jumper. Rebound, Mia Brush. Ball ends up in Dabrowski's hands in the corner. Pulls it back out. She's going to find Brush on the other wing. Strong move into the paint. Kicks it back out to Janice. Janice, strong take with Haley Rush. Equal to the task. Nice block. Bringing the ball down the court. He's going to find Debnar in the corner. Debnar forgoes the three-point attempt. There's Maddie Rush. There's Debnar again. Now she's going to fire. A little long. It's going to be a rebound from Janice. She finds Bella Dombrowski. Nice fake there and creating a little bit of space to make that layup.
Seen a couple good passes from Debnar so far. Seems to open up the offense a little. Some good passes across the court.
Yeah, and as Debnar gets a little more experience, she'll get a little more confident to fire those shots. There's the pass inside to McCullough. Shot is no good. Janice. Ball's tipped right back to her. Finds Dombrowski a little short on the layup. She's going to kick it out to Brush. Finds Pierce at the top for three. And the glass is being utilized tonight.
Yeah, that's the second one of this for Serra Catholic. Makes you wonder if the Eagles, Avella-Girls, will ever see it happen to them tonight.
There's McCullough in the corner. They're going to go strong. Maybe a foul call here. Ball's going to be a foul's going to be on Janice. Just a reminder, Dombrowski had 3 fouls in the first half, and there's McCullough again with that free throw.
Yeah, and that's the fourth for Janice. So now Serra Catholic is turning to their sub, Maria Antonio Delgado, to take Janice out with her 4 fouls.
Really smooth-looking delivery there from Dakota McCullough. Gives her 6 points on the evening. Dombrowski going to bring the ball, kicks it over to Pierce on the wing. Going to be back to Dombrowski. She's going to drive. Another floater, a little short. Ball's off Maddie Rush's hands. Going to go back to the Serra Catholic Eagles. 7 days from Christmas here. We're getting close. 3 more school days here at Avella. Be a jump ball. Going to stay with Serra. Bella Dombrowski in among the trees there. Dombrowski again. Going to bring it back out. She's going to fire from deep. And it goes.
And in the second half, threes are just going in for Serra Catholic. Saw that a little in the first half too, but they had some misses in there.
That one was not banked in, and equal to the task was Bella Dombrowski. There's Rush going to kick it to her sister Maddie down low to McCullough. Another strong take. It's going to be Lexi Pierce with the rebound. She is going to be fouled.
Yeah, no threes from
Miller.
Avella yet, but we're waiting patiently to see when the first one will be. Should be sometime soon here, we should hope.
Broski again bringing the ball down the court. Serra missing 3 girls tonight. Normally would have 9 on their roster and down to 6 tonight, so it's not really any JV players. One girl on the bench, and both teams pretty much going to see the starters here for the majority of the game. So Haley Rush finds Maddie, back to Haley. Nice take. 2 points, Haley Rush. Gives her 6 for the game. Dombrowski to the corner finds Kylie Fettis. That's going to be a bit long. Rebound from Pierce. She strong on the left-hand layup. I think there was a foul call in there.
Yeah, while Serra is down a few players, Avella is also down a few players too due to injury, including a couple seniors, a couple freshmen. I think they probably have about 5 out from injury right now.
Yeah, this would be a good time for a little break leading into the holidays here. Maybe get some players healthy and get them ready here for the grind of the section. Pierce misses the first free throw, makes the second.
I believe they do have a few on the verge of coming back, so that should be a good boost for Avella's season coming up soon.
Maddie Rush going to find Kenzie Miller on the wing. Kenzie with that runner, again short. Pierce with the rebound. Finds Dombrowski. Delgado. Oh, what to the glass! Nice looking shot there from Maria Antonio Delgado. Believe she's a sophomore. Let me just double check my.
That is correct.
Yeah, I remember her from last year. And nice looking shot there.
Yeah, from around the foul line.
All right, so we're going to take just a quick break here, and we'll be back with you very shortly. Back to live action. 2 minutes and 1 second remaining here in the third quarter. Serra with a 61-18 lead. Abby Boggs going to check back in for the Eagles. The Avella-Eagles, that is. Maddie Rush going to take the ball out. She's going to find Haley Rush from 3. A little short. Delgado with the rebound is going to find Dombrowski. She's going to kick it back out. Delgado looking for Lexi Pierce in the corner for 3.
I think that last inbounds is kind of what Avella wants when they stack people up at the top. They want to be able to get an open 3 for one of their best players, Haley Rush.
Yeah. Not as successful on the boards this half.
No, but that could always change.
Ball brought down the court here, Bella Dombrowski. She's going to little stutter step, layup. 24 points now for Bella Dombrowski. The Bella Eagles maybe getting a little tired at this point.
Yeah, that's a consequence of having a lot of players hurt. Something that you just got to get through, sadly.
Janice checking in for Dombrowski.
Broski leads Serra Catholic Eagles, and it's actually her first year with the team, according to their coach.
McCullough going to get fouled again. It's going to be on Brush.
Since the first quarter, there haven't been near as many fouls from Serra Catholic, even though one of their players does have 4. And now that's the 3rd for my Brush.
So if you're a betting person, the bet you want to make is that McCullough's going to make her free throws. Oh, just a little short. As soon as I spoke.
Spoke a little too soon, but she still has very good shooting percentage on the day.
She has 7 points on the game. Fettis called for travel.
Definitely someone I think the Serra Catholic coach should tell their players to try not to foul.
All right, that's going to bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter, 66-19 your score. Here on out, we'll be dealing with a running clock. It's the only thing they'll stop it for is fouls. But Cam, from what you've seen from the Eagles tonight, I've seen some positives. Maybe share a little bit about what this team can look forward to the rest of the season.
Well, I think I've already touched on one thing to look forward to. They have a lot of players on the brink of coming back from injuries. This team is going to look pretty different in the next week or so because of the players who are going to be coming back. That's going to help them a lot. They'll be able to be less tired. They'll be able to run some different things, get some different looks. Another positive is just the opportunities they've had. Some of the shots have not fallen today, but a lot of times the hard part is getting in a position to make a shot, and actually making it is something you can practice and get a lot better at. So they've gotten some good opportunities. The shots haven't fallen, but against some other teams they will.
Well said, Cam. Well said. So Bella Dombrowski checks back in for the Serra Catholic Eagles. So this is a Serra team 2 years ago. Coach Voigt's first year, they played in the 2A championship game. Came up a little short in that game. And then last year made a run in the playoffs, but did not bring home a championship. It definitely has high hopes for the rest of this season. Geibel right now is on top of the section. Serra hasn't lost in this section yet, but Geibel's 8-0. They're a team that's definitely going to be tough to contend with. And both Eagles will have a chance to see them coming up here in the near future.
I feel like for a couple years I've always been hearing Geibel of being very good. Just a lot of players have talked about them. They always seem to make their way into conversations for being very good.
Yeah, the Catholic schools tend to have strong programs, and Serra no different in that regard. So it looks like Serra content to just kind of work the ball around here a little bit and take some time off the clock.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of this. Their coach says they like to run very fast-paced offense, and we've definitely seen that tonight.
Janice hits the 2. That's her 5th point. Kenzie Miller will not be denied.
I've seen a lot of good drives from Kenzie Miller. That shot went in. Some of them haven't, but she's been taking it to the hoop a lot, which is a very good thing to see.
Yeah, and you can see the potential there. I mean, she's aggressive. She handles the ball pretty well. As she gets a little older, she's going to work on maybe develop a little jump shot, just to vary things a little bit. But definitely a solid young player for the Lady Eagles.
It's good to have someone who wants to take it to the hoop because not everybody has that.
Yeah, that's definitely a mindset. Some people, they get those alligator arms sometimes when they're going up to the hoop, and not the case with Kenzie Miller. Just Dombrowski going to little pull up. That shot, she almost doesn't even jump. It's like she's shooting it like off the dribble. There's Miller again with a drive. Nice looking shot. Kenzie Miller starting to heat up here in the fourth quarter. Dennis going to pick up a screen there from Fettis. Strong left-hand layup. Haley Rush looking for McCullough. Back to McCullough, and we know where she's going. To the hoop.
That was a good little sequence there. A lot of aggression from Avella getting to the ball.
The ball just took the right bounce there. That's McCullough with 9 points now. Left hand from Brush, no good. Kenzie Miller. We'll lose that one to Dombrowski. Delgado, just a little long. Stolen by Fettis, but Rush with the block. It's going to stay with the Eagles. Pierce checks in for Brush.
Serra Catholic's been rotating their players out a lot more in this fourth quarter. Seems like everybody's getting their own break, and they're switching them out pretty frequently.
Ball up to Kenzie Miller. Rush for three. Into the hands of Boggs, in and out of the hands of Boggs. Going to go back to Bella Dombrowski. Screen there from Lexi Pearson roll, and Dombrowski going to get fouled.
Fouls on number 14, Haley Rush.
So Cam and I are enjoying some new headsets. We finally invested in some new headsets. It was a little rough at times in the fall, and things were cutting out here and there. But these new headsets are nice. I'm really enjoying using them.
Some good positioning by Haley Rush, stopping that pass, and good on Maddie Rush to get the jump ball, get the Eagles the ball back. Well, actually, it was a foul.
And Fettis going to pick up that foul. Maddie Rush up to Kenzie Miller. She's going to go strong. I think she traveled there.
Lately, the Eagles have been passing to Kenzie Miller, trying to get the ball in her hands more, I've noticed, throughout this fourth quarter.
Debnar going to check back in. Also, Jaylyn Papa checking in for the first time for the Eagles. Pierce going to bring the ball up the court.
She gets a screen.
Oh, nice little steal there for the Eagles. There's Debnar. Good hustle, but just kind of lost the handle there. She got close to the hoop.
Bit of an unfortunate series, but good effort on Debnar to try to stop the ball from going out of bounds.
So the Avella Eagles have one game here before Christmas. Looks like they're going to travel to Geibel on the 22nd for 7 o'clock games. That'll be a challenging back-to-back games for the Avella Eagles. Ball inside to Fettis. Nice pass to Delgado. 3 seconds. Nice looking play, but just in the paint a little too long.
Serra Catholic making another sub, taking out Bella Dombrowski for Maya Brush.
Maddie Rush going to bring the ball down the court. She's going to find Kenzie Miller. Called for travel there. Got a little bit tied up. So Serra Catholic's next game on the 22nd will be home against Mapletown at 6 o'clock. And then they don't play again until after the New Year at Monessen on the 5th. So nice little break there for Serra.
And now after a 3-second violation, the second in the last minute or so, Avella will get the ball back.
Papa going to kick it back. Looked inside for Boggs. Ball stolen. There's Lexi Pierce. 2 more. 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Kenzie Miller, ball knocked out of bounds, going to stay with the Avella Eagles.
It's a good break. You never want to get taken into the corner. That's always a rough spot to be.
Nice pass.
Good take by Kenzie Miller.
I think Kenzie got the benefit of the doubt there just because she was so open for that shot. It might look like it might have been all ball, but the foul was called. And I think it was on Brush.
Those are the benefits of taking the ball to the hoop.
Yeah.
Good things happen.
I always get frustrated when I'm watching my own kids play, and sometimes the referees will kind of anticipate that foul, and there's not always contact there. But if you get in good position, you make good things happen. First shot is good from Kenzie Miller. And she's 2 for 2. Nice job. It's 8 points now for Kenzie Miller. So that's it, folks. Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Serra Catholic going to move to 4-2 on the season, 3-0 in Class A Section 2. Your Avella Eagles going to move to 2-4 on the season, 1-1 in Class A Section 2. Cam, some final thoughts.
Well, there's definitely some positives to take away. Like I said, their press break got better, although they didn't really have to face that much in the second half. I think one good thing that the Avella Eagles did is they stayed out of foul trouble, which is something that is important when you only have 7 players. I actually think Serra Catholic got more into foul trouble with a couple players at 4 fouls. Avella did stay out of that. And towards the end, Kenzie Miller really started to get better, taking the ball to the hoop, making a few of them. It was very impressive.
Indeed, and these two teams will meet again on January 22nd at Serra at 6 o'clock. So something to look forward to. But just kind of looking at some final numbers here for the Eagles. The Avella Eagles, Aubrey Debnar with 2 points. Kenzie Miller with 8. Haley Rush had 6. Dakota McCullough with 9 points. And Maddie Rush with 2. For the Serra Catholic Eagles, Bella Dombrowski had, it's going to take me a minute to count all these, 26 points for Bella Dombrowski. Maria Antonio Delgado with 2. Lexi Pierce with 18 points. Mia Brush with 14 points. Looks like Abby Jennis finished with 7 points, and Kylie Fettis with 8 points. So that gives you your final score of 74-27. Once again, appreciate you all tuning in. Look forward to seeing you again in the near future here for some boys and girls basketball action. Everybody, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. Thank you again for tuning in, and good night.